It is a law that varies from state to state. For many of us, we automatically think it's illegal. But is it? We're talking about riding in the back of a pickup truck. In today's Injuries Are Personal with Carl Reynolds Law, attorney Carl Reynolds is here to break it all down. So Carl,
yes,
legal or illegal to ride in the back of a pickup truck?
I'm gonna give you the lawyer answer. It depends. It always depends. Generally speaking, though, in Florida, if you're an adult, it's legal. Okay.
Ooh,
now let's talk about that for a second. Legal or illegal doesn't necessarily mean safe or unsafe. It might be legal for me to eat gravel or drink seawater, but that's not necessarily safe, right?
Valid,
or recommended.
valid.
So just because it's legal doesn't mean you should be out there doing it, but you're not going to get a moving violation if you're an adult over 18 riding in the back of a truck, as long as you're sitting on the bed of the truck, not sitting on the wheel well or sitting on the sides. If you're a minor under 18, generally, it's illegal unless it's been modified to include some sort of restraint system, which isn't common, right? So generally illegal. Couple exceptions. One would be in case of emergency or in a parade, for example, or on private property, like around farming or something.
Speaking of private property farming, what about state roads versus interstates and stuff? Does that make a difference?
Any public roads, it's going to be that distinction between 18 and over or under 18. Over 18, generally legal. Under 18, generally illegal.
Let's go beyond the bed and talk about things that get towed.
Sure.
What about that? Can you ride in a boat? Can you ride in a
house trailer, any of those sorts of things, a fifth wheel? No, you can't. So house trailers are specifically prohibited by statute. Boats aren't specifically mentioned, but the law says anything that's not meant to transport individuals and isn't connected to the actual truck, like permanently. So anything that's towed is going to be a no-go. It's going to be considered reckless driving. Even the vehicle itself, you can only ride in the bed of the truck, as we indicated. It's illegal to ride on running boards, for example, bumpers, hoods, roofs, that sort of thing. Speaking of being towed, we've seen a lot with this crazy weather, with people being towed on skis up north where it's snowy and icing, or sledding or stuff like that. Where does... Yeah, on public roadways, it's going to be illegal, okay? On private property, again, they don't have jurisdiction, so not going to be illegal per se, but again, going back to the safe versus unsafe, probably not recommended. You know, some tragic things can happen. We've seen it in the news. As always, it's great. You know, I would have bet that riding in the back of the truck was illegal. I would have thought, but you know, it's good to have you here. Speaking of having you here, I would like to go ahead and talk about something a little different. Many of you know at home that Carl Reynolds and his team are partners with us here at ABC7, right? You work on a ton of community projects, and just when we thought it was time to kind of box up the holidays, get away with it, we want to kind of share how you spent the holidays and bring, you know, you were bringing big smiles to one very special girl. Let's take a look. A no-strings-attached shopping spree at Target would make anybody's day, but it goes beyond just a day for Taylor McNair and her family.
I feel really thankful that I have people that support me with what I have. My most favorite thing about the holidays is being with my family and to show the love that they have shown me over the years.
Taylor is battling sickle cell disease, and while her body fights, her brother and mother are in the throes as well.
It's been tough with two kids being, you know, a single parent, trying to make sure they have the life that they want to have.
Taylor and her family work with an organization called Casey Cares.
Casey Cares is there to help children from the time they're diagnosed throughout treatment.
Casey Baines is executive director.
We help moms, dads, brothers and sisters, because when a child is diagnosed, the entire family is impacted.
This is what makes it all worth it.
And thanks to a connection with attorney Carl Reynolds of Carl Reynolds Law, Taylor's burden is made lighter just before the holiday.
To see the smile and the joy, to be able to help lift someone's spirits who's going through it, that's what it's about. Not just at this time of year, but all year round. We should look out for one another.
It was wonderful to see Taylor and her brother smiling ear to ear, but what you may have missed was Mom.
I greatly appreciate this. You have no idea. I'm trying to keep from crying.
And in case you were wondering, Taylor is starting the year with some amazing memories and a brand new karaoke machine. That's awesome.
Yes, that is. Taylor's such a sweetheart. Her family's wonderful. And sickle cell disease is very debilitating and painful, and she's got such a great outlook. It's amazing.
What does it feel like to be able to make that kind of difference to not only her, but her family and the people all around her?
Very blessed. You know, fortunately, I'm in a position where we can help out and reach out. We've made connections through ABC7 and other organizations that really look out and want to help each other. And it was just a very special day, and she's really a special person. And Taylor, if you're watching, love you, and we're praying for you and hope you're doing well.
And we want to hear from some of that karaoke machine music you got going on. Well, of course, for more information on any of your legal questions, please go to injuriesarepersonal.com, and we'll be right back.